The S&P 500 daily cloud chart shows zigzag starting all over again, as it's now anchored at the bottom of this bar from the 26th. D wave, down wave 5. So D wave is on D wave, down wave A, and D wave, up wave 5. And for the next few days, D wave, down wave A will print on a tick higher than this high on the 17th. So I've marked the start of the ATR4 as the first one right here with this red X. So ATR4 for the bar on the 26th was a little bit lower than the true range of that bar on the 26th. And there's nothing to stop this D wave, down wave 5 print to just keep going indefinitely to the downside. However, if price ticks lower than this low on May 4th, the D wave, up wave 2 will shift over and replace D wave, up wave 4, and D wave will be on D wave, up wave 3. And that was similar to the situation a couple of days ago when I mentioned that the down wave 4 could cause this to shift this 2 over to where the 4 would be on a tick higher than that high. So now we're going the other way, and that solidifies the fact that S&P 500 daily chart is on the D wave, down wave, and you can see that the QQE is almost under 30. It's at 35.38 for the fast, and that's a good way to tell that you're on the down wave also when this is below 50 and headed down like this. And the sequential cluster by countdown is on by countdown 10. And again, this hasn't happened starting this sequence of sequential cluster by countdowns since before the great financial crisis or during it. And if you watch the linked video to this video companion, you'll see that it printed the sequential cluster by countdown 13, and everybody thought that was it and we're going back to the upside, and it did for a little while. Then it promptly turned around, started another sequence of sequential cluster by countdown, and printed another by countdown 13 eventually. And that was truly insidious, and I know people that lost their fortunes completely during that era. And the cloud baseline and conversion line are right together at 4260.74. Baseline headed straight down and will more than likely surpass the conversion line. And the daily qualified momentum down for 100% is qualified and confirmed. There was a down close followed by an up close followed by a down close below the level in question. Price opened the next bar higher than the previous bar's close, ticked lower than all 4 bars in the sequence, and then closed well below the close of the previous bar. The S&P 500 weekly chart, looking back to the COVID crash, I'll zoom into the current area now. And the daily 100% propulsion momentum down, qualified and confirmed, is the precursor to getting this one qualified and confirmed. All it has to do is close below this close for the week of the 15th for this week, end of day Friday, and it will be qualified and confirmed. And that would make this qualified and confirmed the propulsion momentum down for 50% at 3943.55, and the 100% propulsion momentum down at 3280.03. And the conversion line and baseline here are very similar to the daily chart. Conversion line is still above the baseline a little bit. And the lower Bollinger Band is at 3716.85. So far, price this week is closing underneath the Channel 3 low and is pushing the envelope down for the lower Stark Band here at 4091.77, and the weekly disqualified sell TDST is at 4103.98, and right now price is below the daily TDST level, and that level is at 4151.28 for the daily chart. And the trend factor down 2 and down 3 is also qualified and confirmed. And price is fast approaching the trend factor disqualified down 4 at 4109.08. And here's that disqualified sell TDST for the daily chart. And now there's 2 disqualified demand lines there, and that means that once they become disqualified, there's a good chance of a turnaround to the upside. You can see that a lines up was printed here for this one as it became disqualified, but nothing for this one yet. But technically that's a sign that there could be a turnaround. And we'll start from the bottom up today. Here's the down magnet level moving up to 3951.02. This is the down projection for D-wave down wave 5. And price is pushing the envelope down here in the daily chart too. There's the Stark Band lower band 4131.49. The Bollinger Band lower band 4139.36, and price closed below the Channel 3 low here in the daily chart too. And this blue line here, 4199.35, closely approximates the 12-month simple moving average, as that's the only moving average within sight. So it's below the 12-month simple moving average also. And there's the 200 simple moving average. And the S&P 500 daily chart ATMs are all in the basement as suspected. And the Shanghai momentum indicator is at a low level, negative 37.14, and still no long-term oversold down P alert like over here. So we're waiting for one to print over here. And the S&P 500 daily chart is definitely in a lot of trouble here with the REI, DM1, and RAC. You can see REI headed up above the oversold negative 40, trying to seek neutral 0 as price is headed down. And DM1 and RAC made it below their oversold lines 40. So this is big trouble here. And the DMI minus is just skyrocketing to the upside. And the DMI plus is headed down pretty good too. And the ADX of this DMI made it above 20, and anything above 20 is a indication of a strong trend. So it is definitely trending downwards in direction there.